watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out ExpressVPN.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months. Action.
Who's got it better than us?
Into the end zone, Parker fans are witnesses to history.
Well, yo, what's going on? What do we have? We have the Loyalists in here today. We got Nightwave. In some, we got Jim Sands, Saint Wesley Duke. What's up, everybody? We're just out here waiting for our fantasy football league to fill up. And we are going to be drafting live on the channel. Surprise, surprise. We're here live in person. Ready to see what's up out here, man. This is my first fantasy football draft of the season. Super hyped about it. Also feel completely underprepared. Or am I? Am I hustling y'all? Am I hustling y'all right now to get in here? Hey, dudes, we got, what are we at right now? We got like 6 or 7 spots still available for anybody that wants to jump on in. We're going to be, again, if you don't mind everyone in the world seeing your draft process out here too. Who we got in the draft right now? Meant to Win, Wesker. We got Saint. Hey, Saint, I see you in here, man. He said, what's up? I'm sure he's excited to see the live stream up at the same time, too, man. We got a couple more spots available out here. If you guys want a chance to join, check out this link right here. I'll actually post it in the description here. Just a second. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get you guys up on the screen here. I almost forgot. Let's get that all set up real quick. There we go. And then I'm going to grab you guys a link real quick. If you guys want to join in on the league, now is the time to do so, as we are waiting for things to get filled up. Ooh, wait, holy crap, that's a much bigger link than I had anticipated. Let's just go ahead and copy and paste this guy. There we go. Hopefully that works. You guys let me know if that works in the comment section there. And if it pulls up out of there, it might kick you off YouTube. I don't know how it's going to work, but we got a few spots available here. One just got claimed. Down to 6 more spots, and then we are going live. Wesley Duke is Weskers. What's up, man? Cool. I'm glad a couple of guys from the draft was able to make the stream as well, make the crap talking that much more enjoyable. Will it not? Everybody, Saint says actually nervous. You didn't know you were going to be put on display, huh? You didn't know that it was going to be live and open for criticism from what we know as the World Wide Web. I'm gonna put some music on for myself. I'm gonna have a good time with this one, man. We're just gonna kick back and have a good time with it. Oh, ooh, I gotta get me a beverage. Hang on, man. We're just waiting for 6 more spots, and then we're gonna start drafting here, baby. What's the move? We going RB1 heavy. We going wide receiver. We going 0 RB. What's the strat this year for everybody, man? So glad to be here and participating. Hey, man, thank you so much for joining. Super exciting stuff, man. I didn't know how many people wanted to show up. I had so many requests for fantasy football in the league for just the channel. It's been a couple of years since we've done this, and we put it together. We can't get it filled. Let's get it filled. Let's get out there. 6 more spots. Spread the word. Let's go. I'm going to get a beverage. Hang on. Official sponsor of the Director's Stream and fantasy football, Red Bull. No, just kidding. Thank you to Underdog Fantasy for helping make this happen, man. This has been a long partnership now, a couple of years, I should say. And it's been awesome, man, being able to go out there and spread the good word of how to have the best, most enjoyable experience in the football season. And here we are, about to draft on this beautiful platform. Speaking of which, what are the rules on this one? I think it was best ball, so keep that in mind. I think best ball might actually be the rule slip here. Where is the rule slip out here? I pick him. Okay, well, it's not going to show us. I think it showed in the app, actually. Hang on, I'll show it in the app. We only have 4 more spots now. What's up? Everybody said we are in. We are in. We are in. What's going on, Jason? Jason, did you grab a spot? Everybody get a spot? Everybody that wanted a spot, get a spot. I got so many requests for Fantasy Football League, and here we are, man. Here we are, ready to go. Can we get the last couple of spots filled? We only got 4 more spots out of 12. Okay, so it's supposed to be an information button, but it's not on the website, so it's here. It says, Scoring is half-point PPR. Half-point PPR for everybody out there that wants to join. It's half-point PPR. And then the legend, it says best ball. It says BB. Is this a best ball league? I don't think I've really ever done a best ball league. I should know this better. I do believe that's what it is. Oh, you're good, Jason. I really do think that we're gonna do, if there's enough interest, maybe we'll do one more. Maybe we'll do one more. I had planned for 3, but maybe if there's at least enough people for one more league, we'll try one more time. I actually wasn't even planning on streaming this. I kind of felt like at the last second, I was getting ready to go upstairs and make a sandwich or something, and I was like, you know what? It'd be kind of fun to throw this out there. That's one of the best parts, right, of a fantasy football league is the crap talk. And I'm so happy a couple of you guys at least showed up. Since that he was down for another one. Okay, we'll gauge the interest. We'll gauge the interest on YouTube and Twitter and see where everybody's at. Edwin, you've never played fantasy football? My, you are. I mean, I envy you. I envy you in that fantasy football virginity. You get to experience that for the first time at some point in your life. It's so much fun, dude. Some people don't like fantasy. They feel like it's putting an unnecessary microscope on the sport, but I love it, man. It really makes me invested on more things than just, my fandom. Even as a Chargers fan, like, I love football in general, don't get me wrong. So I do have like my favorite athletes from different teams and stuff, but when it comes to fantasy, I become a super fan of a particular player for one season. And in my case, in my home league, we have some keepers out there too. I would tell you, I was the biggest Justin Jefferson fan for the last 3 years, man. Is it 3 years now, I think? Yeah, I have to throw him back into the pool. He was my keeper for 3 seasons, and we had 3 really good, other than last year, of course, we had 3 really, really good seasons with Justin Jefferson. How do you join? Here's a link for you guys, the last second guys that would like to join here. We have 4 more spots. We have 4 more spots available, and after all the spots are filled, we're going to start drafting right away. Right away. So there's a link if anybody wants to join. We have 4 more spots, and then we're going to start drafting. I was trying to join. The second link dropped, and after VPN purchase and everything, you couldn't join. For this? You don't need a VPN for this, my man. Are you talking about how to get access to the games? Because, yeah, I'm going to make another video trying to help, because I've seen a lot of people saying they get stuck at a certain point. And so I've been working with ExpressVPN. We think we may have found what the issue is, but we're going to update the video. It's going to be out the Friday after the Thursday night kickoff game, so I have a chance to test everything out one more time during that particular broadcast on Thursday night kickoff. But no, it was thoroughly tested too right before we posted the last one as well, and we had no issues. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. 2 more spots. Wow, guys, we're almost there. 2 more spots. We're going to get drafted. Fantasy football amongst many, which I wouldn't watch because of the players on my team. Yeah, exactly. I think it broadens my interest in the NFL as a whole. 1 more spot, and then we're good to go. 1 more spot, and we're going to start drafting here, man. This is fun. I'm glad we decided to go live. I'm excited we decided to go live because I have no idea what I'm doing yet. I've been looking at the underdog rankings, right? I kind of have an idea of what I'm targeting. I don't want to tell you guys. I can't be too transparent because now we got 11 other people in here that are going to try and steal my players. Oh, I'm so stoked. Let's go. Oh, you guys are going down. You guys are going to eat it, bro. Y'all have no idea who you're messing with. You know who's in this house? You know who lives in this house? Give me a second. I'm going to show you guys who lives in this house. Hang on. Actually, I can't because it's got my real information plastered all over it. We got a fantasy football trophy in my league, and it has little plaques, right, of all the names of the people that have won over the last, man, we've been doing this 12, 13 years now. It's been a long, long time. My name is plastered 4 times on that trophy. 4 times. I'm the leading winner of our fantasy football league. You guys got no idea who you're messing with. Yeah. Do you got to be 21 to enter? I think you do for underdog. I think you do. I don't know. There's other fantasy football. I started playing fantasy football when I was in high school. I don't know about this particular one. Maybe, maybe not. It's a cheapo league too, so we're not going too crazy on the throwdown. We're just here to have a good time with it. And some people say, "Why didn't you make it free, director?" It's because a lot of times when I host a free league, half the people stop giving a crap halfway through the season. They just go on autopilot, and that's no fun. So we need to throw down a little cheddar to keep people's attention. Yep. Little bit of cheddar, keep people's attention. Now you'll be on public display, too. Yeah, it should be a snake draft. Should be a snake draft. All right. So we are all filled up. I think it's going to start here any second now. Yeah, draft starts in 20 seconds. Everybody stay frosty. I hope my league mates at home don't see this. I hope nobody from home is watching, because I'm definitely going to be using some of the strategy that I have for my upcoming draft in this one. Best ball, really easy. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to help a little bit. The last time we did this, I think we were on Sleeper. I think we did it on the Sleeper app, which Sleeper's fun. But people just weren't paying attention after a while. Am I doing another one? We might. I got to see if there's interest, man. It took us like 30 minutes to fill this one. What's up, Joe? He says you're in. We're going. Okay, we're going down. That's what he said. We're going down. Hey, Mrs. Director, get out of here. She's in our league, too. She's in our league, too. Get out of here. You're not supposed to be here. Where am I drafting? Where am I drafting? What's my draft position? I'm at 111? Dude! Oh, man. At least I get 2 picks out of those next 4. That's crazy. Okay, meant to win is on the clock. Oh, no. He's actually just... So we got Jamar Chase, wide receiver, Cincinnati. I'm sure Gustav was so excited to see Christian McCaffrey still on the board at the second pick. That's crazy. I mean, Jamar Chase could be awesome. Bijan going at 3. Here we go. Oh, I got 4 out of, I got 2 picks or I got 2 selections and 4 picks at the tail end there. That's tough, man. We're going to miss out on some of the big boys. So where are we drafting? We're drafting around the Puka, Marvin Harrison, Gibbs, London, Taylor, Arena. Oh, man, that's tough. I gotta figure out 2 players I really, really like in that span. Because after that, we're not picking for a minute, dude. That's the only other thing about picking in a snake draft at the very last, is that it takes forever after that to get back to your pick. Okay, so Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb. No surprises other than the first pick so far. Jamar Chase at number 1 is definitely a little shocking, but hey, I mean, it could work out. It's definitely a receiver-dominated league at this point. Yeah. 9 days from the Red Emblem Director. Wow, Rory. That's insane. 2 years. When I made these badges, I was like, hey, no, I will never see that red badge. I was like, that's never happening. That is insane to me, man. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Next up, Justin Jefferson. He's been the crown jewel of my home league for 3 seasons. This is the first year I'm going to have where I don't have, unless I get lucky enough to draft. In my home league, you get to keep 2 keepers, but you only get to keep them for a max of 3 seasons. Right, so that last year was my 3rd season. I have to throw him back into the pool this year. See if someone else is going to draft him. Rip Jettas with no quarterback, though. Yeah. All right, we're coming up. Everybody, chill. Everybody, chill. I got 3 spots before me. 2 spots before me. Who's still available? AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson. I like both those guys. Do I love them? I don't know. We got Saquon. We got Waddle. Oh, this is tough, man. Garrett Wilson off the board. And, you know, it's going to go with Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert at that spot. Ooh. Oh, man. You do. I think I feel pretty good. Because I don't know if I was thinking this a second ago. But I think in terms of the receiver, like the first round receivers, I got to go A.J. Brown. We're going to go A.J. Brown. Boom! I will take A.J. Brown. I mean, I'm not going to dock a Herbie selection ever, man. I'm not going to dock a Herbie selection ever, but I mean, yeah, it's a little high. We're back on the clock, 30 seconds. Okay, so who else won next? We got Saquon Barkley off the board. Williams off the board. Ooh, Caleb Williams? Caleb Williams? I'm okay. Okay, so Jahmyr Gibbs I love, but there's an injury concern going on with him right now. I kind of need to go running back, right? I think I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor. I think I like the upside there. Let's go Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor's the dude. So we got a running back in Jonathan Taylor, and we got our wide receiver in A.J. Brown. It's not a terrible start. I mean, I would have loved to have one of the big, like, top 10 players. But we got away with A.J. Brown. I'm not terribly upset about A.J. Brown. Williams going to pay off. I bet he does, man. I bet he does. At that ADP, though, it's a little high. It's a little high. Let's go kicker next. Oh, Ladd McConkey off the board. Hey, Chargers fans, if you wanted any shot at relevant Chargers players, you better take them in the second and third round. Oh, baby. Oh, I don't get me wrong. I'm the guy that's always reaching for Chargers players in my home league as well. But I'm usually within a couple of rounds of ADP, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's best ball, so you never know, right? If it's best ball, you never know. Anybody could go off. That's what it said on the thing. I really hope it is, because I hope I'm not giving out wrong information. I'm pretty sure it's what it said. Basically a top 10 player with Brown. Ayo. All right, so when's our next pick? Where's our next pick? We got to be at like the 311, right? Oh, it's so far down. Ooh, we got a minute. We've got a minute. Okay, so 311. What are we looking at 311? I'll make it a little smaller. Sorry, but I gotta be able to scroll down here. Does it not show their ADP by round? By overall? Okay, actually, so I gotta go back over here, find my next pick. So it's 35. In and around this area. Tank Dell, Pittman, Pacheco, Travis Kelce, Higgins, Pickens. Oh, man. It really feels like... I feel like every year, round 3, I'm still feeling pretty good. But this year, there's like so many unknowns right now. So many unknowns. So let's see. Let's catch up here a little bit. So Kyron Williams went to Saint. Football was Jahmyr Gibbs, and Gibbs could pay off big time, man. I mean, if he bounces back from injury, he could end up being a big pick right there. Achane, Nakua, London, Henry, Samuel, Josh Allen getting reached for just a little bit, I think. I don't know. Is he really going that high? That's kind of nuts. Pacheco, Mahomes, so the quarterbacks. A little bit of a run on quarterback here. We might have to get ourselves a budget QB at some point. Nobody biting on Marvin Harrison or Waddle or Nico. Some of those, it's kind of cool seeing these rookie wide receivers so high. Yeah. You guys love Laporta. Did Laporta go already? I mean, that's a little high. Oh, he's still out there. What are y'all listening to? I got a little Post Malone going on in the background, though. Obviously, you guys are not going to hear. Because I like it here on YouTube. I don't want to be thrown away. Josh Jacobs goes to Gustavo. I'm interested to see some of these teams here, too, in a second. Can we look at them? Just looking. Yeah, okay. So here's Gustavo's team. You guys can't really see behind my fat head. Can I turn me off for a second? There we go. Gustavo's team so far. I mean, wait, that's my team. Am I on the clock? No, we got a couple more picks. Where's Gustavo? There we go. He's going to start off with Josh Allen, Jacobs, McCaffrey. So he's going running back heavy. He's going running back heavy pretty good there. I keep switching back to mine. That's annoying. I wish I could just stay on one team a little bit longer. People getting scared of the early quarterback takes. I don't know, man. I don't know if I've ever been... What's up, Hugo? I don't know if I've ever been a huge early quarterback guy. Marvin Harrison finally off the board to Joel at pick 3, round 3. See how that pays off. He could end up being a big get. Tight ends coming off the board now. Travis Kelce bests Laporta at 3-4 and then 3-5. We're running out of options at a couple of different positions here, man. And I'm here to win, man. I'm not here to mess around. I mean, we already got the wide receiver. I can see my team at the bottom right. We already got the wide receiver. We got one running back. Man, who's available at running back? What's the ADP looking like right now? 41. So if we want a guy like Etienne or Cook, it gets a little reachy after that. We're on the clock. Okay, nobody panic. What do we got? We got Chris Olave. I'm definitely not upset about Olave. Cooper Kupp could be good. Oh, this is tough, man. Hurts, Etienne, Higgins. Did we go running back heavy or wide receiver heavy? Did somebody already take Malik Neighbors? They did. I think I'm going to go... This man's really never let me down in my time in fantasy. I'm going to go with Mike Evans. At this point, dude, I mean, Chris Olave, I like his upside. Brandon Ayuk, who knows what's going to go on? How much is Cooper Kupp going to have his targets bid into? Every single year I've taken Mike Evans, he's popped for 1,000 yards and multiple touchdowns. Like, I'm just going to go with what works. It's not the sexiest pick to me, but it gets the job done, right? I feel okay about it. There's other guys here, like maybe I have like a bit higher upside that like, you know, maybe Cooper does return a little bit more. Maybe DJ Moore is like what he was last year, but I think Mike Evans has just been unreliable for me. Him and Keenan Allen. Yeah, I feel okay about the Mike Evans thing. Now, at this point, looking at the running backs, I just don't know if I see it past this next guy. I think I'm going to go ETN here. We're going to fill out the roster a little evenly. It's more even than I was hoping, but man, I don't feel bad about it. We got Jonathan Taylor, Travis Etienne, A.J. Brown, Mike Evans. In a 12-man league, that's not too terrible. That's not too terrible. Yeah, I think Etienne was the move there. Because after that, man, I mean, you're looking at, you know, your ADP of 54 or 50s into the 70s. Like, these guys, I'm fine with most of them, but I feel really good about Etienne. You know, I felt really good about Jonathan Taylor. I think especially now that you got Anthony Richardson coming back, that run game's going to be nice and strong, similar to the format in Baltimore. And now you got yourself a Travis Etienne, who Etienne, man, I mean, if we're being real here, I wish they would show us some of the stats here when I click on him. If we're being real here, like Etienne could definitely outperform that ADP, and that's still pretty high. You know what I mean? You'd have gone with James Cook over Etienne. Either one is fine with me. All right, where is James Cook, by the way? Did he already go off the clock just before me? So he went a couple of picks after. J.K. Dobbins already gone too. I was going to look at Dobbins late too as well. He's already gone. Cook does look good though. Cook does look good. I definitely don't think he can go wrong. I'm still reaching a little bit in the bag of his collegiate career, but I think ETN is still not reached that maximum potential. He's already really good. You know what I mean? He's already not too bad. What happens if we click on a player here? Okay. Why won't it do that over here? There we go. Oh, this is even better. This is cool. Although I can't see any of the players. Cool. And we're not up for a minute, so let me see if I can find the ETN stats. Can't click on them here either. Okay. That's all right. Yeah, ETN should be fine. He looks good. He looks good. You don't trust the Bills' run game lately? I mean, ETN's also got some upside as a receiver. But I don't know, man. I like the Jags this year. I think they're gonna have a nice offense. Last year wasn't too terrible either. They were without Trevor Lawrence for a little while too, weren't they? If I remember right. I don't remember great. Director sniping Evans from your queue. Yeah, I mean, out of those receivers, he's the one that's done best by me every time I've drafted him. I don't think I've ever regretted taking Mike Evans in fantasy football. Way to see your full team. So on my screen, at least, it shows my team on the right, and then you can switch to other people's teams over here, too, to kind of take a look at what's going on. Like, I guess we can kind of take a look at these teams here. Pat Mahomes, Pacheco, and then it switches every time somebody's drafting. Go with Bijan, Debo, Marvin Harris. I mean, there's some good teams out there. But yeah, you should be able to access it on the side there. There's got to be somewhere you can access it on the mobile devices, which I'm assuming that's where you're going to be drafting. Okay, let's go back here. Who ended up going where after that pick? ETN, Dobbins, Cook, Hurts, Stroud. Okay, so again, quarterback's going to be tough to find late in this draft. Jeez. We got Mixon. Dak Prescott's gone too. What's available at quarterback? Anthony Richardson's there. He'd be a decent pair up with Jonathan Taylor. I just don't like the vulturing of touchdowns. I like taking one or the other. I don't know if I want both. Kyler Murray should be okay. Aiden Daniels has some upside. Tua, as much as people hate on Tua, the guy scores a lot of touchdowns. I don't know. Let's see, how far are we from the clock? We're at 5:11. Okay. So we're coming up. We need a quarterback. We have 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. We need a tight end and a quarterback, right? Is that going to fill all the positions for this draft? I think so. How many rounds are there? Actually, no, that's not going to do it. This is a big draft, dude. 18. We're going to be here a while. Everybody get comfortable. Just go Love. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just pick the bottom of the barrel once we get around to the ADP. I feel comfortable for quarterback, but you get to a certain point where you're like, you're really going to hope that something pops, man, and not in the way that it popped for J.J. McCarthy. No, I shouldn't say that. That's horrible. I hope that he's okay. I hope he comes back soon. All right, we're almost on the clock, and here we go. Who is ADP-wise a value here? We can go tight end with Trey McBride. Keenan's still on the board. We got quarterback and Anthony Richardson. Devonta Smith. We already have AJ. It's between DJ Moore and one other player for me, and I think I'm going to go with the other player. I think I'm going to go with the upside. Nah, I'm going to go DJ Moore. I was gonna get cheeky with some upside, but DJ Moore is not a bad pick there. I think it's going to be tough because there's a lot of weapons out there. It's going to be a little bit of a congested situation for that offense. You got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, of course, Rome Odunze. You got that tight end. But DJ, I mean, the dude was so good last season. If I'm picking one Bears player, I mean, I guess I would take Caleb Williams as well. It's probably him. Trey McBride's a nice sleeper at tight end. Oh, man. Out of all these guys, dude, I really... you guys might hate me for this. I hate me for this. I'm doing it. I like Anthony Richardson. I like him a lot. I really do think he's going to be a great return on investment. At least in my home league. He'll be a free keeper for me. Yeah. Go McBride on the way down. I like McBride a lot, but as far as the available tight ends go, there's some other guys I might like even more. A little ways down the board. Maybe not, I don't know. Let's see. Who was drafted in terms of tight end? Hayden Hurst is gone. Kyle Pitts, Andrews, Kittle. No, a lot of my guys are gone already. But Trey McBride's not really one of my guys either. He'll be good, I think, but I'm okay with taking a little bit of more of a discount tight end to get my quarterback one. I feel good about it. Yeah, I don't know. I had Richardson last year, right? So I had him on I drafted him literally like with my last pick, thinking that maybe he'll be a nice shot in the dark for a keeper, which he probably is going to end up being my keeper this year in my home league. He was great, man. He was logging all sorts of rushing yards and touchdowns. Yeah, I don't know. Bowers might get more use. Bowers, it's tough for me because I love him so much as a player. You guys know I was gushing all over Brock Bowers all offseason. Then he goes to the Raiders where tight ends go to die. Oh, Richardson over Jordan Love. Yeah, I got to say, again, I hope I guess they actually doesn't matter if I say it here because he's my keeper. Anthony Richardson is going to be the next, in my opinion, like Lamar Jackson upside kind of quarterback because of those rushing yards, dude. They're not shy with handing him the football or letting him keep the football at the goal line either. The rush yards and touchdowns, it's hard to find quarterbacks at a value with that sort of upside, and we just took one in the 6th round. So I'm definitely cool with that. And in my home league, I get him for free, basically. I get him with my last pick. So I'm going to say, yeah, Richardson. Jordan Love could end up being something, but Richardson's got that rushing upside I like a lot. TJ Hawkinson's still there? I think he is. I have my eye on a couple of tight ends that I wouldn't feel terrible about later on in the board, because tight end, there's only like 4 or 5 guys where I'm like, cool, you got one of those dudes. Outside of that, you're kind of taking shots. So I have a couple of guys I'm willing to take a shot on. Even further down the board, too. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Tight end, if I'm not going in on tight end early, I tend to kind of wait a while. You know what I mean? At least that's my strat. Raiders are wasting his career already. Yup. Big bet. Big bet. How do you get a kicker? You draft one right now, man. Generally, people like to wait until their last few picks, and I don't even know if we get kickers on this league. I don't think you do. I think in a best ball, they just go straight skill position. But with Anthony Richardson, and especially if this is a best ball league, which I'm pretty sure it is, Anthony Richardson's an awesome pick here. He'd be great. All right, let's see who's up next. After okay, we're gonna pick up a little bit here. Thank you guys for the super chats, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Were you with the Dollar Holla? Thanks, man. Is this the only draft you're doing, Director? We may do one more if there's enough interest, but it took us like 40 minutes to fill the draft today. We're coming up actually here in round 7. We got to pay attention. Per ADP, a couple of guys that I like. I mean, there's a lot of receivers here that I do like. This is around the time where I'm like, okay, we got some value at receiver. If I were still going quarterback, Kyler Murray would definitely be on the list for me. Yeah, and there's definitely some names on here that I feel pretty good about. Yeah. Okay, we still in business. Brock Bowers coming off the board. A little bit early there. We got 4 more picks before we decide to take what I would say is probably one of the best values in this whole draft. If he's still there by the time I get there. If he's still there by the time we get to my pick, it's going to be locked and loaded, not even thinking about it. Oh, it is my pick. It is my pick. Okay. So Quentin Johnson went right before me. I'll tell you right now, man, Scary Terry's going to be a beast this season. Scary Terry with Jaden McDaniels, forget about it. This man's been the D-Hop of the wide receiver position the last 3 seasons with literally nothing at the position of quarterback, still logging crazy good numbers. He's going to be something else with the competent quarterback and the consistency of a competent quarterback this year. Give me a Scary Terry, man. I love me some Scary Terry, dude. I love the wide receivers in this range. This is a good value at wide receiver around here. We're looking at a running back here. Man, what's the ADP at? Okay. All right. We'll see what's available coming up. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Scary Terry, dude. He's the man for me. What do we got now? So we got ourselves 2 running backs, which I feel great about those 2 guys. We got 4 wide receivers, Brown, Evans. Now we're back on the clock. We don't have a flex here, do we? It's best ball. In terms of best ball, there is one guy I think could absolutely pop this season. There's a couple of them, actually. And I think the guy that I'm going to go with... Oh, crap. We have 8 seconds. We need a running back. Let's get a guy that's probably going to be relied upon on this offense a lot in Ramondre Stevenson. Let's go. We're going to try and balance things out a little bit. Ramondre, I don't love it because I don't especially know what his role is going to be. This offense is going to need some time, but he's going to get a lot of touches. That's kind of what I'm betting on that pick right there. He's going to get a lot of touches. We'll see what happens after that, but in a best ball, I think that's all you can really ask, right? Especially at this position. And we are back on the waiting game until round 9 at 9. Pick 11. Woo! Italy, give me a team update. Ace, what's your team name? Oh, you're talking about my name? Or my team? We got Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor, Travis Etienne, Ramondre Stevenson, A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, and Terry McLaurin. Which, honestly, I feel pretty good about that. Now I'm starting to think about maybe tight end and a backup quarterback at some point. Who do we have a backup that I like? There's some guys I'm not terribly upset about taking a flyer on. Now we're getting in the weeds down here, though. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Backup quarterback, and we need to start paying attention to tight end here pretty soon. I would say there's about 4 guys I feel pretty good about taking a shot on at this point. About 4 tight ends that I feel pretty good about. Let's just take them and see what happens. Okay. Can't give too much away. But yeah, okay. All right. And we'll see who's available at that far down. I don't know. It might be a minute. There's still some great wide receiver talent. And then that's another reason why I took the running back. I mean, the running back position right now, I mean, you're really getting down there. I mean, there's a couple of guys I still like. McBride was tight end 1 over Laporta and PPG or points per game last 7 weeks. I mean, yeah, I like the upside. But again, it's more of a my guys thing. It's a way that I value positions too. Like if I don't get a top like 5 dude at tight end, I tend to wait. You know what I mean? Because the gap is not too large between the other names. But I mean, McBride, I'm going to tell you this right now. If he fell to us like in that next pick, I would have taken him. Absolutely. But it was still a little high for me at tight end at that point. Jordan Love still there. You got to grab him. I'll think about it. I mean, who loves them some Jordan Love? I think he's already gone too. I mean, yeah, he'll be a good quarterback. Is this best ball? I think it is. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure that's what it said right before we jumped on. Yeah, it says here on the app it's a best ball. Best ball private draft NFL. Tight end is low value. You're not wrong. Is it tight end premium? Tight end premium? I don't know. I don't know what that is. That like a terminology that inflates the numbers for the tight end position? Because if that's the case, then totally you want to go for it. But I don't think it is. It wasn't mentioned anywhere on the rules. Jalen Warren feels like a must-have pick. He could be. Again, wide or running back is difficult for me right now. Xavier Worthy just came off the board. He could be a pretty big player in best ball. He could be awesome. Who do we still have out here? I mean, injuries, man. We got Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison, and guys that it's a little tough. That's why I feel really good about the wide receivers we have now. Like, we have, what, 4? We may pick up 1 more. I feel pretty good about it. Now, in terms of talent down this far down the board, okay, our pick. All right, this is around the oh man. This could be a big payoff pick later down the road. I have to do it. I might hate myself. I have to do it. Jonathan Brooks may not start right away, but he'll be their RB1 in no time, man. Jonathan Brooks, dude. Like, who's our running backs right now? We got Jonathan Taylor, Etienne, Stevenson, and Brooks could be our second half champion, dude. He could be the second half champ. Now, at this point, we got to take a tight end, and honestly, it's between these two guys for me. We got David Njoku and Pat Freiermuth. Between upside, it's got Njoku's probably going to be your better bet here. We'll take David Njoku. Just kind of chill on tight end position. We just have to take one at this point. And at that point, I mean, you look at the gap from David Njoku at 9'8". By the time it gets back to us, we're going to be looking at guys at like 142, 147. So Njoku, to me, he's fine there. He's a fine pick there. But I love the value on Jonathan Brooks. What pick did we get him at? We got him pick 107, ADP's at 95. I mean, here, that's totally fine, dude. Second half of the season, if he pops the way we're hoping that he pops, like, yeah, that would be that could be a league winner at that sort of ups. And the reason that he's not being drafted too high is because he's going to be working through an injury, and until then, we got some solid players to hold down the fort, and Jonathan Taylor, Etienne, and Ramondre, and all those guys. I'm stoked. I'm glad we did it this way too. I'm glad that we went. I'm hoping that it is the case. It does say that so on the app that it's going best ball, because then we can just kind of oversee and not have to worry about so much management of the fantasy football league over the season. We just kind of check in on it. Joel the 2 says Tom Brady's still on the board. Tom's out here, man. He's waiting for his shot. Dude. Tight end premium adds extra points per catch. Say normal PPR for wide receiver, running back, but tight ends get 1.5 per catch. I actually love that rule. I don't think I can tinker with the rules on Underdog that fine tune like the same way you would like a sleeper or Yahoo. But I may actually propose that to my home league, bring a little bit more value to tight end. Wouldn't that make a guy like Travis Kelce or Laporta like a pretty lock-in first rounder if they're getting that sort of inflation to their stats? Maybe. It could also feel a little boom or bust, right? I don't know. I kind of like it though. If it sounds pretty fun because it takes the tight end position, which is normally kind of bleh, and makes it pretty, all right. Let's go. Brock Purdy off the board. Deontay Johnson could end up being a solid pick, depending on what happens with Young. Eckler, Williams, Freiermuth off the board there too. Taking director's advice. Yeah, Freiermuth was going to be another guy for me. He's very dependent on his quarterback. Very dependent. And again, Deshaun Watson. We'll see, right? But out of their weapons out there, especially without Nick Chubb for most of the season, like you could do worse than David Njoku. You could do worse than David Njoku for sure. So where are we at right now? We're coming up on pick 1111. Make a wish. We have 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers, a tight end, and a quarterback. We're very balanced right now, which that's the way I like to draft. I like to draft very balanced. That's the way we like to do things around here. And there's some values still out there, man. Especially because a very important aspect to my strategy, especially on a best ball league, is to get guys that you know or actually have some confidence that'll hold down the fort year long. And at this point, I'm sure a lot of people were thinking, who can be that outlier that gets 4 or 5 weeks of just big games, and then outside of that, they're sort of meh. There's a lot of players still on the board that can do that for you. There's still a lot of dudes out here. Like a Mike Williams. Like Chargers fans will know, Mike Williams, he'll have a lot of bleh weeks, and then all of a sudden he'll pop for 30 points and then go back to sleep. You know what I mean? Jerome Ford off the board. Nick Chubb before Jerome Ford is interesting. That's interesting. Cole Kmet, Curtis Samuel with Buffalo could end up being a nice value. We're coming up, actually. 11-11's coming up. We got to stay frosty. We have got to stay frosty. Who do we got? Jordan Addison, Dobbs, Rashid, Goddard. Goddard tight end 12. Ugh. Noah Fant. Of Theo Johnson too. Theo could end up being a nice sleeper. Let's just wait. Let's just wait and see how the board unfolds. Swag coming in with the 5. How do you feel about Kaepernick taking the job for the Chargers? So, again, it's such a sensitive topic because there's so many people out there that feel very strongly, at the whole situation. I think Harbaugh handled it very well. Like, let's give him a shot, throw him on the staff. I don't mind that at all. As far as a quarterback for my team, though, no, I'm good. Again, from a pure football standpoint, dude hasn't played in 6-7 years. Tannehill's out there. There's plenty other quarterbacks. I feel good about backing up Justin Herbert. I think I'm good there. All right, we're at pick 131, and there's some guys out here, man. Let's see. Oh, you took Trey Benson, you turd. You turd. That was my dude. Trey Benson is gone, and you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the biggest value so far that I've seen. In Jordan Addison, which he suffered an injury today. We don't know what it is. I could have just blown pick 111 right there. But if he's healthy, even if it's not for the second half of the season, it'll pay off, right? I got all these guys holding down the fort until then. It'll pay off. Okay, now we're looking at backup tight ends. I think I can still wait there. What about Elliott, Charbonnet, Kirk Cousins, Algier? This is tough, dude. Oh, I should have been paying more attention. We're going to go with Dwindle. Oh, wait, it autoed it. We got DeAndre Hopkins. That's fine. DeAndre Hopkins. We're just so loaded at wide receiver all of a sudden. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wanted to go, truthfully, with Dodal or whatever. He's like the RB1 in Dallas right now, right? That probably would have been the guy, but I'm not too shook about DeAndre Hopkins. We'll be fine with that. We'll be fine. No, I have to pay more attention. I'm now seeing the guys I would have drafted. I got to pay attention, dudes. There's 3 guys I would have been pretty happy with over DeAndre Hopkins. Shoot. You would have gone Dodo. Yeah, that's kind of the guy I was hoping for too. Joel with 5. What's up, dude? You guys throwing $5 hollows here on a freaking fantasy football stream? What's up, man? But Quanget, I think Jim handled that right. I think that if we get him involved from a staff position is probably the way to go. Joel with the 5 says, I went with Ford from Cleveland. I feel like he can be a sleeper. Yeah, dude, he's RB1 right now, right? And then Nick Chubb's not going to be back for what, like half the season, maybe? Yeah, I think that's a good pick. If you can get an RB1 on a team this far down, I'm sure you're not making any mistakes there. You're messing up with your buys. Oh, I haven't even been paying attention to that, man. Who do we got? We got bye week. So we're going to be missing our quarterback. But by week 14, we got to watch out for. We only have 2 running backs. So 14 we got to watch out for. 5, 11, yeah, 14 we won't have McLaurin either. I think I feel really good about wide receiver. I think we have one of the best wide receivers in the draft right now. We got to watch out. We maybe have to target another running back and quarterback here soon and tight end. How many more picks we got? We're at 13 of 18, right? Okay, so we got to be very conscious about the next couple of positions that we do draft. Okay, so we're coming up at 13-11. Okay. All right. We got to be very forward thinking. We got to be ready here. We got to be ready. Addison suffered a knee injury. Yeah, he did. We don't know what it is yet. I would assume that at worst Addison's going to be missing like 4 to 6 months or 4 to 6 weeks, right? But we'll wait and see. Like, if we blew pick 111, I think it's worth the risk at that ADP, right? I think we got him at 131. His ADP's in the 80s. If it works out, great. If not, now we have D-Hop. Now we have D-Hop as well. Hopkins also, I thought, got injured too. So maybe we're taking a couple of shots here. But I feel so good about McLaurin and Moore and Evans and Brown. Yeah, I think we could do a lot worse. We do a lot worse. You guys think it was a torn ACL? I hope not. I hope it wasn't a torn ACL. Because, yeah, then we definitely would have blown pick 111. But, hey, who knows? This is my first best ball in a minute, too. We'll have to wait and see how that unfolds. But I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good. Okay, we're coming up here in a couple other. I got to lock it in, man. There's a couple of players, so we really need to pay attention to. I think at this point, we're good at wide receiver. I think these 3. We kind of have to. Maybe we even have to reach a little bit at some point. Maybe not. I don't know. Couple of guys I still like out here. Conklin, Lloyd, Davis. Interesting. Antonio Gibson, where'd he go? New England? Bucky Irving, Khalil Herbert, Braylon Allen. Allen looks so good in camp, dude. There's no way he's going to hop Breece Hall, though. Okay. So who do we got out here? Zeke is going to be a touchdown vulture. We are really in the weeds now, dude. I think in best ball at this point, Ty Chandler, Jalen Wright. Oh my God, I don't know. Based on the history of Josh Jacobs, I think Marshawn Lloyd could be awesome with the Packers. And Josh Jacobs has a bit of a history. Okay. We're back on the clock. Out of the backup tight ends, Sinnott could be awesome too. We're getting into those rookies, which are going to be tough to have a good season. I think we got to go Noah Fant. Just make sure he doesn't have the same bye. He said, yeah. Wait. No, it's the same bye. Crap. Here's my backup. Isaiah Likely, if anything were, again, God forbid, anything happened to Mark Andrews, that's a tight end 1. Man, okay. Again, we weren't paying attention. We avoided disaster though. If we went with those 2 tight ends, we had nobody 1 week. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Charbonnet is another one that I feel pretty good about, but I think Marshawn Lloyd, especially given what's going on with the Packers and Josh Jacobs, I think that's not a bad. I mean, we're in the weeds now, man. Like I'm not prepared all the way down here. I'm definitely not prepared all the way down here. I still like some receivers down here. I just don't know too much about the running back dynamics down here either. A lot of them are kind of, shots in the dark. Okay. First Fantasy's going good, maybe. What's your team name again, Edwin? What's your team name? Emos. Let's see who you got. You got you got the Chargers. You got Herbert and Tua, Gus, J.K., Blake Corum. You got Lad, Josh, Quentin. Hey man, I respect it. I respect it tremendously. Right? You got that boat love all over the roster. It's gonna be tough though, man. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Because, yeah, at the expense of ADP, it's going to be a bit tough. But, hey, I respect the bolt grind. For the first time, it's not too shabby. People meant to win. Meant to win. It keeps changing every time the picks change over. Pat Mahomes, Pacheco, Montgomery, Pollard, Chuba Hubbard. Chase, Flowers, Kirk. Yeah, and then you got George Kittle, too. That's not a bad squad. That's not a bad squad. Yeah, he scooped all the Chargers before we had a shot. He scooped them. So where are we at? We got to wait until, what's it going to be, 16-11? Or 15-11? So we're up in like 10 picks. It sucks because I actually see a couple of wide receivers I still like, but we're so loaded at wide receiver. I may need to take another tight end. We got to start thinking about backup quarterback. Yeah, there's still plenty of guys, actually. I'm not too worried about backup quarterback. There's still guys. In a best ball, someone to pair up with Anthony Richardson at bye week 14. Yeah, no, there's still guys. I'm cool. We're cool. So 15. So we got 15, 16, 17, 18. Wait, 15, 16, 17. So we got 4 more spots. So 4 more spots. What do we need with 4 more spots? We need another quarterback. Maybe 2. Maybe 1 more tight end and 1 more running back. I think I feel good about those numbers. And then we'll see, like, as far as best player available is concerned now, we'll just see who's there as well at those positions. But yeah, I still see some talent. I don't mind taking a shot on. Yeah, I still see some talent. So we need a running back, a tight end, and maybe 2 quarterbacks. And best ball, a quarterback might be like the deciding factor here, man. We may be effing up by not going big on the quarterback position. But I still see guys that I really like. And at very worst, we'll have them and Anthony Richardson. All right, with Douglas. Okay, we're getting there. As far as tight ends go, though. Gesicki off the board. I'm such a big fan of Sinnott, too, man. All right, I know who I want. I'm going to take my homer pick now. I'm going to take Kamani Vidal. Vidal is a Charger for the Chargers director team. I get my one. I get one. I'll take Vidal. Saint says, no! What's up, Chase? 29 months. What's up, dude? How's your sister? Yo, mama. Yeah, we got ourselves a Charger, dude. I didn't think I'd get one. In this draft. And then at quarterback, I'm going to go ahead and bet that the... we want a little bit of upside there too, right? By week 14. We have to grab a quarterback here. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'll take Bryce Young. I don't feel bad about Bryce Young. Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, and of course, I'm betting most of my season on Anthony Richardson there. So now what do we need? A tight end, a quarterback, and then we good? I think we're about there, dude. I think we're about there. Tight end, quarterback, and I think we're good. And in terms of like super backups, there ain't much there after that. But hey, you know, we'll make it work. We got two really good ones, I feel like. We got two decent ones. I think Anthony Richardson's going to be great. I think Bryce Young will have a couple of weeks here and there. And then tight end. Oh, yeah. No, I see some dudes at tight. I'm actually not too worried about tight. There's a couple of sleepers out here that I think I feel good about. Quarterback might be a little bit tighter. I think we'll be okay. All right, cool. So we're at 17-11. Let's see how the rest of this thing unfolds, and then we'll take a look at some teams. Take a look at some teams after that. At this point, I feel pretty good. I don't have to have the list of players in front of me the whole time. What round? So we're in 16 right now. We're around 16. Round 16. Did you get two more quarterbacks? I mean, you just kind of want to fill every position as much as you can. You know what I mean? So I feel like my team's pretty balanced. But the way a best ball works is that it's going to take the best performers from your roster every week and insert them. I think, I don't know how Underdog works with this, but a lot of times you can work the waiver wire. I think I have to assume that you can. So that's probably the biggest thing that you have to pay attention to in these leagues, in the Underdog leagues, is who to pick up on waivers. Outside of that, it does all of the adjustments for you. It picks the best player on your lineup every week and adds up the numbers, and then you're good to go. I got a quarterback late. I mean, I picked up Anthony Richardson reasonably early, right? I've just never been an early quarterback guy. I don't really take quarterbacks early. I never have. Anthony Richardson, too. He'll be a nice add to my team this year. He's going to be a keeper in my home league. I drafted him with my very last pick last year, so he's going to be a nice value this year. You guys use ESPN. My home league uses Yahoo. I like Sleeper a lot, too, but this is actually like my first legit, like with people I know, draft on Underdog as well. This is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. No waivers on Underdog. Ooh, so you really got to cover your bases. All right, no waivers. No waivers. We just have to sit back and see what happens. I kind of like it, man. I kind of like it. That means you really got to, have a wide net for the season. I should know this. They're my sponsor. I should know this. But that's fun, dude. Like, all you got to do is kind of check in on it. We do that every week anyway. I'm always checking. I'm on Underdog the whole time. I'm watching ESPN. You do Sleeper. Hey, so real quick, and I need you guys to be honest with me because I don't want to go through all this and then not have people ready, right? Is there enough interest to do one more draft? Type 1 in the chat if you would be interested in participating in one more draft, because the next one I think will also be a $5 draft. But we have to wait till it fills up in order to draft, and that can take a while, right? So if you guys are willing to sign up for Underdog and throw down a $5 to be in a league, please type it so I know whether or not to put the effort into going through another draft. And we may or may not stream it again. I have to imagine we probably will, but let me tally it up so that And only type it once, so I don't accidentally type you twice. Let's make sure. Oh, it's my pick. It's my pick. Wait, is he by week 12? Yep. It's Derek Carr. Good. We got our quarterbacks. I feel good. We got our quarterbacks. Now let's take a look at the team real quick. We got 3 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends. Okay. And I know who I want with my last pick. I know who I want. You guys are going to think I'm nuts for this pick, but I don't care. So, who... no, you're good, Chase. Who would be down for a league? So we got Nightwave, that's 1. Chase. Saint again. Yeah, you're more than welcome to be doing more than once. Aiden. Max. Hugo. Jason, that's 6. Wes again, that's 8. Okay, so we may have enough interest for another one. I'll think about it. I'll give it some time. You got the McCaffrey brother. That's interesting. All right. Ooh, this is tough, actually, because there's a couple of guys I like here. Shoot. And I already have this dude as well. By week 12. Juwan Johnson should be pretty good. Okay. All right. I'll give you guys a hint. I can tell you now. That's my last pick, right? The other guy I was looking at was Jatavian Sanders. I think he could be a fun one. But, hey, you got to kind of go with guys that are going to get time on the field, right? I think Sanders is going to end up being pretty nice, but we just don't know. And this is best ball, baby. You kind of have to know what you're doing, right? It's best ball. This far down, guys that I still think are going to see some field. I mean, maybe Kendre Miller, Conquo, Baker could end up being a nice snipe here. Will Shipley, not really. It's tough this far down. Jalen Hyatt could be good. AJ Dillon, maybe. I keep forgetting AJ's there, but I think it's because he's been so far passed by our running back, Marshawn Lloyd. Is Alexander Madison the starter there in Vegas right now? He might be. That could be a good pick. I don't know, dude. It's tough this far down. It really is tough this far down. Hunter Renfrow was released. I think he was a free agent at the start of the year, right? I don't know. Oh, Hugo says don't count me. Someone replace me. So the head count says that we might be able to fill one more draft. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. I'll think if we have enough guys to fill one more draft, then I will think about it. Are we on the very last pick here now? Meant to win with the Mr. Irrelevant pick, and then we'll go over the teams and we'll shut this thing down and have some anxiety attacks. Because this is going to be fun, though, dude. I'm so happy that we did some best ball. I don't do very many best ball drafts. Okay. All right. Let's take a look-see. What's this? Team exposure. Oh, okay, so we got to probably bring this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Team exposure. We have 2 players we need. Okay, cool. So I think we did pretty well at spreading things around. Here's the draft info finally. Okay, so this is what I saw on my phone already. Half points. Yep, there it is, best ball. So this is a best ball league. Okay. Well, take a look at my roster first. You guys can let me know how I did. We'll do a score out of 10, right? You guys can type in the chat how you think I did out of 10. We got quarterback Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, Derek Carr to carry us through the season. We got running backs Jonathan Taylor, Travis Etienne, Ramondre Stevenson, Jonathan Brooks, Marshawn Lloyd, and Kamani Vidal at running back. A wide receiver, we got A.J. Brown, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin, Jordan Addison, and DeAndre Hopkins. This one was an auto pick, but that's okay. And then at tight end, we got David Njoku, Isaiah Likely, and Shawan Johnson. I'd give me like a solid 7. I feel pretty good about it. I could think we could have been better, but I think a 7 feels pretty good, right? You got a nice running quarterback. You got some good upside and a good solid foundation in Derek Carr. You got a superstar at running back. I would say another star at running back. We got 2 really good running backs. You got a wide receiver 1, barely. Mike Evans, a great wide receiver 2. Moore could be a really good wide receiver 2 still. I love Terry McLaurin this year. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to give me a 7. I'm going to give me a 7. I feel pretty good about it. I'm going to give me a 7. That's not too bad, especially at pick 11. I'll take it. You give me DJ Chark. Can we trade in this league? I don't know if we can. I think it's kind of set and forget, right? I think you're done after that. Let's wait and see. Let's go to the next team. Go meant to win here. Meant to win. He got himself Patrick Mahomes, Geno Smith, Drake May. Okay, so he's got some superstardom at quarterback. Geno Smith's a pretty good backup. Drake May is kind of a nice shot in the dark. Isaiah Pacheco's pretty good. David Montgomery's pretty good. A couple of flyers down here in Pollard, Hubbard, and Davis. Wide receiver, though, he got Jamar Chase. He got Zay. He got Christian Kirk. He got JSN. I do love Curtis Samuel a lot, too. Those are some pretty good. And they got great tight end room. George Kittle, Dawson Knox, Cole Kmet. I'm going to give this roster... I'll give this one a 6. I think a 6 pretty good. 6 gonna do just fine. Let's see, Gustav. He's going to take... Ooh, Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to knock you down a peg, though, man, because both your QBs are out on week 12. Yeah, both your QBs are out that week, but they're two very good outside of that, man. So just a little knock. Just a little knock. Outside of that, you got some great quarterback play. You got your CMC, Josh Jacobs, Nick Chubb, McLaughlin, McLaughlin, whatever, the backup in Denver. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. If Nick Chubb comes back, it could be a league winner in the second half. Jacobs is not bad. Christian McCaffrey. So far, you got some studs, dude. Devontae Adams, I think, is being slept on. That's a good pick. Stephon Diggs is good. T. Higgins. This is a good one, man. Chris Godwin, Tyler Lockett. Judy's with Cleveland now. Jalen Polk, I like that pick a lot. Jahan Dotson could be good. Tolbert. And then tight end, you got Evan Ingram, Hunter Henry. I'm going to give this one like an 8, dude. Gustav did an awesome job. This is a good roster. I like this one. He's got some great superpowers at a couple positions. He got the number 1 player in the draft. He got Josh Allen. He got Trevor Lawrence. Like, that's a good roster. I'm going to give that one like an 8. I like that one. The quarterback thing's an oof for that 1 week, but just that 1 week, right? Here comes Joel. He got himself Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, Daniel Jones. Solid quarterbacks. Solid quarterbacks. You got Bijan, Alvin, Brian Robinson, Jerome Ford. This is a really strong roster, too. There's a couple nice flyers down here, running back. Like, these top 4 are awesome. He's got 3 really good quarterbacks. Wide receiver, okay, maybe a little bit less in terms of floor at wide receiver, but I love the players he picked. Debo should be great, especially if Ayuk is on the move. Harvinson could end up being big. Who knows? But I have faith that he will. Pickens could pick up where he left off. Keon Coleman could end up being a wide receiver 3 or 2 in Buffalo. Gabe Davis is not bad. Adam Thielen's not bad. I mean, these are good picks. He got a great tight end room, too, in Mark Andrews, Jake Ferguson. Tyler Higbee's not bad. This is a good one, too. I'm going to give this one an 8 as well. Maybe I'm being too generous. This could be a 9, honestly. This is a crazy roster. Maybe a little bit weak at wide receiver, but this is a really good roster, Joel. Did a good job. G. Concher. He coming in with Brock Purdy, Aaron Rodgers, Russ Wilson. Not too bad. Running backs look solid. Joe Mixon, Derrick Henry. I actually like Raheem Mostert in this draft format. He's going to go Tyreek Hill, DK, Amari. Jameson Williams is really good here, too. And then tight ends with Travis Kelce, Conklin. It's like a solid 7 as well, dude. I'll give this one a 7. This is a really good roster. I would say this is probably, like, you put mine and his roster side by side. They're pretty similar. Very nice. Yeah, that's a 9. I do like this roster. Derrick Henry and Tyreek Hill could go crazy. I like that one. Colin! He's got Lamar and Matt Stafford. Okay, that's an A+ at the quarterback position. Running back's going to take a hit here, though. Rachaad White could end up being okay. I love Kenneth Walker at his ADP. Chase Brown's a good pick. Singletary's solid. Dodel's not bad. I'll give his running backs like a C. Wide receivers, though, CeeDee Lamb, Drake London, that's an A+ right there, right? Maybe a tiny little dock for some of the... I mean, Brian Thomas is not bad either. Ricky Pearsall could come back and be a monster. That's like an A- wide receiver room there. And then tight end, he got Sam Laporta, Kate Otten, and then Jatavian Sanders. That's my guy here, too. This is a really good one, too. I'll give this one an 8. Yeah, this is a good one. That's a really good roster right there. MT Rockinski. We got, is it Mountain Rock? I don't know. Jared Goff, Jordan Love, Will Levis, good quarterbacks. I'll give that a solid like B+. Running back room needs some work. Aaron Jones is not bad. I think he's going to be better than people think he will be. Outside of that, Austin Eckler's okay. Charbonnet's okay. Bucky Irving, maybe not so much. That's probably like a C- running back room. Wide receivers, though, Justin Jefferson, Puka Nacua, Nico Collins, Chris Olave, Xavier Worthy. This is a strong wide receiver roster right here. That's like an A+ for me. And then tight end, Brock Bowers is worth a shot. Musgrave's okay. Kakwa's okay. This is like a 6 for me. I'll give this one like a 6. It's not bad. All right, this one's not bad. Yeah, Brian Thomas could end up being big. But running back's going to hurt you a little bit here. That's definitely not a bad team. Let's see, who was this? Ginsky? Okay, Weskers. We got CJ Stroud, Deshaun Watson, Gardner Minshew. Pretty good pretty great quarterbacks with CJ Stroud at the helm there. Running back, Achane, Harris, Moss, Williams, Algier, Chandler. That's definitely not too. Achane could be awesome in this format. That's like a B+. I like Najee Harris for the floor, Achane for the ceiling. Maybe a B. I'll give it a B for running backs. Wide receivers, Amon-Ra. You got Malik Neighbors. That's a great upside pick. Michael Pittman, Calvin. That's also like a B. And then tight end, he got Kyle Pitts, Ben Sinnott. I'll give this one a 6 as well. Definitely not too terrible. Right, definitely not too terrible. I like a lot of his upside players a lot. A lot, actually. That could be a solid, good sleeper 6. Next up is football. Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, very solid. Sam Darnold probably at a good discount now, right? That's a really good discount. He's going to go with Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jaylen Warren, maybe the strongest running back room in our draft. That's insane. That's an A+. Wide receivers, Jalen Waddle, solid. Ayuk, great. Smith, solid. Rasheed, solid. That's like a B at wide receiver, B-, B. And then tight end, Trey McBride, solid. Dallas Goedert, solid. Yeah, that's like a 7 for me. That's a good roster. I like it. That's a good roster. Moving on, Saint Rasso. He's going to go with Jaden Daniels. I love that pick. That's a sleeper pick for me. Kirk Cousins, Justin Fields. Quarterbacks look great. Running back, Kyron Williams, solid. James Cook, solid. Zamir White, solid. Tajay Spears, good. Trey Benson, great upside. Like a B- running back, C+. I will say C+. It's good. Could be better, but it's definitely good. Wide receivers got some upside. Garrett Wilson, great. Cooper Kupp, good. He could be great, let's be honest. Jalen Reed, he's good. Donai Mitchell, nice upside. Some good shots in the dark here for the sleepers. And then tight ends actually look really great. Dalton Kincaid, Freiermuth, Fant, Gesicki. I'll give this one a 6 as well. This is pretty good. I like your widers. I think overall it feels pretty balanced. Like a 5 or a 6 seems pretty appropriate to me. Let's see. E. Munoz. He got Justin Herbert. This is our charge. We're gonna give this one an honorary 10, right? This is an honorary 10. He's got all the Chargers on here. Says it was his first fantasy football draft. So you have to respect the hustle, right? He's got Ladd. He's got all the good ones on here, man. He's gonna go with Hollywood there too. DJ. He's got all the Chargers. Yeah, we're gonna give you an honorary 10, my friend. Honorary 10. Yeah, bye week's gonna hit you hard though. There's me again, and then 75 coming down here. Let's see, he's the one that went for Caleb Williams pretty early. Got Joe Burrow, Bo Nix, Kyler Murray, probably the best quarterback room in our draft. He went with Saquon and DeAndre Swift. That's gonna be really tough, only having the 2 running backs, but at least Saquon's on this roster. The Saquon is an A+. DeAndre is like a C for me. So overall, that's like a B-. But just not enough depth. Wide receiver, this dude loaded up. Tank is good. Adunze's good. Myers is okay. Washington's okay. Boyd's okay. Ugh. Wide receivers there's a lot guys here that can make up for it, but man, you gotta hope at least a couple of those guys hit, right? And then finally, tight ends, Dalton Schultz, TJ Hawkinson. I'm gonna give this one like a 4-ish. You got a couple of really good players, but yeah, you're going to have to hope one of these guys hit every single week. But, I mean, it could happen. It could happen. Overall, man, this is fun, dude. This is fun. Can't pick up players. Need depth at every position or else you're screwed. Yeah, that's why we like to go a little bit balanced here. So maybe we will do another draft We'll do another $5 draft. If we have enough people, maybe 3. But for now, the first one I would say was really fun. I liked this. This is really fun, guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, dude. I got nervous when we went like 15 minutes in and only had like 4 people sign up. We jumped on the live. We got the rosters filled. So maybe, yeah, we'll go live again for the next one. But it was cool. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun thing to follow in our live streams during the regular season. You know what I mean? Like, that's another reason why I want to do so many of these. So that I have something fun to follow and root for during the regular season. It should be fun, man. So we'll keep an eye on this, too, as we go on through the year. And I'll make sure that everything is labeled properly so we know what we're looking at. The races, am I too late? We just finished up, man. But there will be another draft coming up. Maybe in the next week. I'll give you guys plenty of heads up so you know when the sign-up starts. Because, again, that day is when we're going to be drafting, too. So what day is it today? Wednesday? We might do it again on next Wednesday. We'll see. But I'll give you guys more heads up before then. So keep an eye on my Twitter. Keep an eye on my my YouTube posts. And we'll see if we can get another one going here in the next week. All right? Sound fun? All right, man. Cool. GG's to everybody. Good luck to your seasons. Good luck to your players. And we'll be following you guys as the season goes on. Take care. Bolt up and Kyoto and stay frosty and all the good stuff, man. Love you, dudes. We'll see you soon.